welcome back to another motherfucking episode of UMINEKO no Nakukoro ni Chiru, Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Yo, I got a couple things to say. They have nothing to do with the video, kind of, but I'll say them. Number one, I got a new desk. I got a Secret Lab Magnus Pro. Before, I had a desk that I would need to like lean down into my desk just to talk into the mic. Now I'm sitting straight up, and because I can adjust the height of the desk, I'm very comfortable now. That's number one. Number two, so this entire gameplay, right, ever since my first video, I've been using a Miku mouse, a Hatsune Miku mouse, and just the other day, it broke on me. None of the inputs would work. It would turn on, and then I could even move it. Like, I would move the mouse around and it would move like this, but whenever I would click, I mean, this is a different one, but whenever I would click, it wouldn't work. So I'm running back with an old ass mouse. Both of these chapters are really short, so I'm gonna do both of these before the technician comes to fix my Wi-Fi. By the way, I have no Wi-Fi as I'm recording this episode, just like last episode, but hey, let's just get onto it a bit. Revenge after 19 years. End of the Golden Witch. What do you mean by... So there's this thing I just noticed. There was Alliance of the Golden Witch, something else of the Golden Witch, and then finally here, End of the Golden Witch. I don't know why I never caught that. After being forced into an unwanted marriage, Natsuhi developed a grudge against the Ushiromiya family and was filled with a desire for revenge. Yo, you know what? This is kind of reminding me about how in episode 3, Ava, at the very end, she got pinned as being the murderer. We saw her shoot Battler, but now then, this kind of in a way parallels that. Because obviously Ava didn't commit the first murders. At the very least, she did shoot Battler, but maybe that was dramatized. Right, and I'm thinking maybe they're gonna do the same with Natsuhi right now. And was filled with a desire for revenge. Trial Summary Part 3. As revenge for financially ruining her birth family, Natsuhi also plotted to take over the Ushiromiya family fortune. Trial Summary, page 4. Oh, that is such bull, dude. Why did this have to happen to her, man? She is the sweetest, the cutest. I love her. When Natsuhi learned that the wealth of the Ushiromiya family was, for all intents and purposes, controlled by Kinzo himself, she initiated sexual relations to curry favor with him and managed to ensnare him. Dude, there is no way. Do they really think... You know what? First of all, that would never happen. Second of all, do they really believe that Kinzo would... I mean, I know he's a bad guy, but would he do that to his own son? Would he do that to his own family? I mean, if he want... I mean, we're in Japan. Don't they have love hotels? Isn't prostitution legal over there? He could just go find some other bitch and, you know, do whatever he needs to do to get that out of him. Man. But that's if they're going with that thought process. It's stupid. Trial Summary Parts, page 7. They really believe this shit. Burn Castell document. What? Burn documents. To curry favor with Kinzo, Natsuhi repeatedly disguised herself as you gotta be fucking joking. A witch and figment of Kinzo's imagination, and engaged in sexual acts. Like what? Can you give me a specific position? Kinzo saw Natsuhi dressed as the mistress from his past and was easily ensnared. Like he wouldn't see through everything. Like she looks different. Her facial features are different. Like her mannerisms must be different as well. Additionally, a servant happened to witness her in this bullshit, forming part of the basis for the legend of the witch. Who the fuck? What servant submitted evidence? What? Oh, I gotta see this evidence. The fucking burned documents again. That shit. The gold. However, late at night on 1986, 10:04. October 4th, Ushiromiya Battler discovered the hidden gold. Natsuhi planned the crimes after the relatives raised a fuss and insisted that Battler should succeed the headship. She murdered the children in the cousin's room and tried to frame Battler for the crime. That's all lies. This is slander. Furthermore, Genji was murdered because he was opposed to the scheme. Later on, Hideyoshi was also murdered. After this point, Natsuki displayed a strong intent to murder all those involved without discrimination. Listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. They were killed with a slash on the throat, right? You would like notice a struggle because the slash was in front of them, right? It was from in front of them. So they saw their attacker, they faced them. Wouldn't there be a struggle? You know, signs of a struggle. Supplemental materials? The bird documents again, page 1000. The concrete details of the crimes are as follows. At midnight, Natsuhi decided to commit the crimes. At midnight, bitch. Because Genji refused to assist her when asked, she murdered him. Oh, we're going with that. She then murdered her husband, Kraus, in his own room. Alright, and where's the body? Oh my god. There's so many documents against her. Where's the motherfucking body? Afterwards, she went to the cousin's room on the upper floor of the guest house, waited for Rosa to join the rest, and killed George, Jessica, Maria, and Rosa. But, oh fuck. She mutilated the necks of the bodies. Yes, I'm sure she had all the strength to do that. Afterwards, because there were people in the downstairs lounge, she waited in an empty room upstairs. She hid in this empty room until the people in the lounge dispersed and went to bed. Oh fuck. Well, they got a perfect case against my girl. 1,000 pages. The people in the lounge dispersed just after 3 a.m. Natsuki left the empty room and escaped from the guest house. She returned to her room, where she met up with Ginzo, who had been hiding there. They spent the rest of the night there together. So are you trying to insinuate that after killing like 5-6 people, she went and had sex? She was that turned on by murder. Ginzo left the room early next morning and concealed himself somewhere near the guest house. Right. 1,200 fucking pages. Afterwards, Ginzo saw his chance and carried off the bodies of the 6 victims one by one, hiding them. His old ass. You think he has the strength to do that? The endurance? Unfortunately, these bodies, hidden bodies, have not been found. He probably, I don't know, cremated them. Wow. Natsuki, who had failed in her scheme to cast suspicion on Battler, changed her plan to include the murder of all present. How could you say that? Predicting that one of those present would eventually want to take rest in a private room, Natsuki concealed herself inside a closet in one of the guest rooms. When Hideyoshi visited that room at approximately 13 o'clock, she murdered him. Is it that 3? No, that's like 1. We're at 1 p.m. Natsuki once again concealed herself in the closet from the time the others became aware of the incident to the time that they carried out Hideyoshi's body. Furthermore, as proof of this, a button from Natsuki's clothes was found in the closet. Again, wouldn't there be signs of a fucking struggle on both of their bodies? Afterwards, she exited the closet and tried to return to her own room. Wouldn't she be filled with blood? However, Furudo Erika discovered her on the way, and Natsuki confessed to her crimes after questioning. Submitted evidence. Lambda Delta documents. What does all this shit mean? What? Okay. There's one thing we can't find against. Trial of Illusions. Decides as follows. Ushiromiya Natsuhi confessed to the crimes. For a period of 13 months following this announcement, related documents may be pursued at the Great Court Legal Offices, Document Management Center, First Subsection. Great Court Deputy Attorney General. Chief Inquisitor. Dlanor A. Knox? Wait. No, that can't be.
私がやったことにすればいいんでしょ。そう言わせたいんでしょ。
My girl sounds so fucking tired. As though she had given up and decided that it would be useless to try and talk her way out of this any longer. Aunt Natsuhi said that and screamed. It was a sad incident. I wanted to believe that, despite the pitiable circumstances which led her to marriage into the Ushiromiya family, Aunt Natsuhi had been able to find some small measure of happiness with Uncle Kraus and Jessica. I mean, we've seen it before, but instead, by Aunt Natsuhi's own hand, Uncle Kraus and even her beloved daughter Jessica had been heartlessly killed. It was even harder to believe that grandfather had been an accomplice and hid the bodies. However, several people had given clear testimony that grandfather's mental state for these last few years had been far from what anyone would consider normal. Perhaps, possessed by a mad devotion to the mistress he had lost long ago, grandfather might truly have believed that Aunt Natsuki was a reincarnation of Beatrice. Where's grandfather now? Like Erica theorized, did he really believe that he could revive Beatrice by carrying out murders following the epitaph? And succumb to Natsuki's I don't know. Right now, is he holding some kind of disturbing ritual with the bodies he carried away?
これで満足ですか。私にこう言わせたかったんでしょう。
I don't want to see her in so much pain. Aunt Natsuki sobbed as she spoke.
これがあなたの復讐なんでしょう。19年前の男。
This man from 19 years ago, that Aunt Natsuki kept mentioning, was the man who had supposedly framed her. However, referring to a man from 19 years ago was as far as she would go, and she made no attempt at all to explain what actually happened back then.
あの男はあなたたちの誰かを通じて今のこの私を嘲笑っているでしょう。なら伝えなさい。これで気は晴れましたか。19年間あなたを災難だ痛みと苦しみは少しは言えましたか。
Now then, is this man real? He can't be. I mean, it's Lamb.
ようやく私をここまで追い詰めたのはそれを認めさせたかったからですね。
夏日さん、私たち以外に部外者は一切存在しません。意もしない人物がさも存在するように振る舞うなんて往生際の悪い芝居はやめてください。
Erica laughed mockingly, but as Aunt Natsuki looked at us, no, as she looked at some being behind us, she hung her head and shook. Then she confessed to her sin. What sin? Wait.
私殺人を犯しました。
やっと直接的な言葉で罪を認めましたね。
いいえ、昨日今日の事件のことではありません。19年前の殺人について告白します。
Wow, bitch. The adults all whispered together, wondering what this was about, because they had never heard about a murder case 19 years ago.
今から19年前、私は罪を犯しました。許せなかったのです。その赤ん坊が。
赤ん坊？今 今さら何の話ですか？
19年前のあの日、私はお父様より一人の赤ん坊を託されました。いつまでも跡継ぎを見守ることもできない私に、ならば養子を迎えようとお父様がおっしゃり、施設から連れてきたという一人の赤ん坊を私に抱かせたのです。それが私にどれほど女としての屈辱を与えたか、想像がつきますか
With a mix of conflicting emotions of anger, sadness, regret, and possibly defiance, Natsuhi confessed the humiliation as a woman that others had given up hope on her ever bearing a child, and also the indescribably unpleasant feeling of being made to nurse a strange baby. It caused her great sadness and rage, and before very many nights passed, it ate a hole into her heart.
そして私はここを悪魔に売り渡したのです。赤ん坊を抱かせたシオニとともにバラ庭園から船着き場の方へ散歩に行った時でした。私は一人になりたかったのです。赤ん坊を連れたその使用人の女は律儀に私の後について回りました。一人にしてくれとさえ言い出せず、だから赤ん坊の泣き声から逃れられず、その日より19年、私を苛む長き頭痛の日々の始まりに憂いていました。そして桜崖に臨むはるか眼下の岩浜にこの赤ん坊を放り捨てることで全てなかったことにできれば、そんな悪魔の誘惑を私は確かに聞きました。そしてそれが本当にできたらどれほど素晴らしいかと、その誘惑にほんの一瞬耳を傾けてしまったのです。その時赤ん坊を抱いた使用人が大きな石を踏んだ足をくじ、
Could it be Beatrice?
そして粗末な策に寄りかかり、その時策が大きくきしんだ気がした。私は危ないと言いながら肩をつかもうとしました。いえ、その曖昧な言い方はしません。懺悔します。告白します。私はあの時確かに危ないと言いながらその使用人の肩両手でどうか強く押し飛ばしたのです。
Wow!
粗末な策は根元から折れ、使用人とその手に抱かれた赤ん坊と一緒に眼下の岩浜へ転落していきました。その瞬間のこと鮮明に覚えている。なのになぜか曖昧でとても不思議な気持ちだったのを覚えています。転落したというよりまるで何もない宙に二人が音もなく飲み込まれて消えたようにさえ感じたのです。
Empty space?
だから私は二人が岩浜に落下した音さえ聞いています。いえ、きっと聞いているのです。でも消えたと思い込みたかった。その聞いた音をきっと記憶から消し去ってしまったのです。
Wow. What a thing to say. I don't know how anyone's gonna take that shit, man. At first, I started feeling some sympathy, and then I started thinking, no, wait, she just killed two people. What am I saying?
私は一瞬これが夢だと信じました。あの高さですから、ちょっと身を乗り出したくらいでは眼下の二人は見えません。だから二人が落ちたことさえ、ほんの数秒前のことさえ現実のことなのかわからなくて、きっと私はここから赤ん坊が落ちればいいのにと願いすぎて悪チュームを見てしまったに違いない。そう自らに思い込ませ、足早にバラ庭園に戻り、赤ん坊は使用人に任せ、私は一人ここで休んでいたことにしました。そしてお父様に赤ん坊はどうしたのかと問われ、任せた使用人の姿が見えないと騒ぎになって、
Eventually, the broken fence was discovered, and the two corpses were found at the bottom of the cliff. The baby's origins apparently couldn't be made known, so its existence was hushed up. And the official story was that the servant simply died in an accident alone. Wow. So they covered it all up?
一度に二人も罪の命を奪ったのです。
She was so fucking frustrated, angry, upset.
君だから幸せについて遺族に十分なねぎらいをしました。真相を知らない老いた者は不幸な事故を招きつつもそれに納得してくれました。そしてほんの数年ぐらい老衰で亡くなり、私は墓前で真相を告白し、
Oh man.
謝罪しました。しかし私はあの赤ん坊に謝罪したことはありません。それがあなたの目的でしょう。だから私は今ここで罪を告白します。後ろ宮夏日は19年前にあなたを崖から突き落として殺そうとしました。でもあなたは死んでいなかったのですね。こうして生きている。それでも私を母さんと呼び、この島へ帰ってきてこうして復讐をされたのですね。あなたはこの19年間母と呼ぶはずだった私に突き落とされたことを知って、どれほどの憎悪の人生を送ったのでしょうね。そしてあなたは私があなたを突き落としてから得た
Wow, what a thing to say. So, metaphorically, he pushed you off that same cliff.
18年間の人生をこうして全て打ち壊しました。もう私には愛した夫も娘もいません。そして私には名誉もなく、こうして人殺し呼ばわりされた。今本当に人殺しですものね。ええ、そうです。あなたの目論見通り、私は今や人殺しとみなされています。どうですか。復讐にはこれで十分ですか。夫と娘を殺され、人殺しの汚名を着せられ、不敬の汚名まで、こうして生き恥をかかされる私を見て、あなたは満足ですか。
Yeah, they completely dragged her name through the fucking mud. She's a murderer, an adulteress. Now this came out that she tried to kill a baby and a servant. He thoroughly fucking destroyed her life.
そ 族でしょうね。私、家族、名誉も全て奪い去ったのですか。
I bet he's fucking relishing in this. And by him, I mean fucking her, because I know who it is. It's Lambda Delta. She did this shit. We saw her pick up the phone like 3 times.
この後に及んでまだ濡れ衣だと言い張るんですか。まったくあなたは本当に往生際の悪い。
聞こえていますか。19年前の呪われた赤ん坊。これで満足ですか。あなたは私から全てを奪いました。まだ何か足りないというのですか。私は許して。
ダメだな。
バトラさん、何か言いました？
全然ダメだぜ。
I was gonna say with him, but my fucking mic was turned off. Zendame. That's it, I think. Yo. I fucking knew that he was gonna use this. This has to be the key, bitch.
バトラ君。
ああ、ダメだな。全然ダメだぜ。
The motherfucking catchphrase. Yeah, okay. What's he gonna say? Fucking everything is just breaking, bitch. Ushiram Kinzo deceased before the games begin. Has he always been dead? No, wait, there was one episode. That was episode 4, right? That's the only one where he was alive? Wait, something about the game was suspended. Alive when the game was suspended. Shannon, Kanon, Golda, bitch. Kumasawa, Chio, Virgilia. They can't die. Gertrude, Cornelia, Lucifer. Yo. This is going by so fast. So, by her confessing that, I feel like my boy has something else to say, because that is a big thing. End of the Golden Witch. Yeah, it's not the end of the gold. She is definitely not dead. Fucking everything is break. All I hear is glass shattering. Please pull up a seat and wind down. Was your sojourn on Rokanjima a pleasant one? The Golden Witch has gifted you with an invitation to her tea party. I hope that you will participate. What exactly are we going to fucking see here? Oh, this is a beautiful song. Okay, is this behind the scenes? Dlanor A. Knox. This bitch wrote a paper against my girl Natsuhi. What?
残る第1から第4のゲームすべてを解明しなさい。もはや魔女幻想を主張する哀れなかりそめ魔女は存在しない。むき出しの真実を徹底的に暴いてやりなさい。
What? Are you serious? Prejudice also?
お任せを我が主。このフルドエリカに解けぬ謎はありません。当然よ。それでこそ私の駒
私の分身だわ。
She keeps saying that. My piece, my double. Burn Castell wore a massive and horrible smile, which Erica shared. Yes, they do look very similar, except hers is a little more curved. Beatrice's witch illusions would disappear, and the results of all of the previous games would be painted over. Really? No, there's no fucking way. It has been crushed in every way possible, and only the naked truth remains. To Erica, such a weak truth might as well have been a fish on a chopping board.
過去の4つのゲームはすべて夏日の犯行とそのイレギュラーで説明可能です。
What? Every single one of them?
もはやベアトリーチェなる魔女の犯行とは二度と語らせません。直ちに編纂に入り極上の物語を献上してご覧に入れます。
That's fucking ridiculous. I refuse to believe that.
一かけらも残してはダメよ。
Oh, you're gonna have a lot of shit to fucking go through. I mean, the bitch has been a witch for a thousand years.
不可解な出来事をそうであるかのように語る空気。金蔵の幻想と連動した魔女幻想。すべて完全に処分しなさい。
無論です。直ちに着手いたします。現在カブたちの身柄を拘束。よりしろの特定を急いでいます。
The seven sisters of Purgatory had already been taken into custody. Those noisy sisters who had served Beato now faced nothing but denial. What sort of fantasy were they based upon which allowed them to manifest? Everything would be exposed and denied. Listen. Izerine Junkfrau. I gotta look that up. I know it's in the grimoire. I'll look at it later. What? In the 60s in New York?
すでに補佐官が現地入りしております。
1960年代煉獄の七姉妹はメイドイン USA?
Yeah, they're made here?
ソロモン王に連なる千年の魔女に仕える家具とか威張っておきながらとんだまがいものじゃない。
They're only 20 years old.
何者なの？
報告によればオカルトマニアの富豪たちにイミテーションを売りつけて高額詐欺を働く集団があるとか。騙された富豪が同様に曰く月を語って転売するためマリア間で偽られ神格化された可能性があるとのことです。裏付けと詳細特典を急がせています。
Are you kidding?
界隈では後ろ宮金蔵はどんなパチモノにも大金を払う乗客だったとか。
This can't be true. So my girls are fake?
それが煉獄の七姉妹の正体？
Yeah, that's what not fake, but that's what they really are. That can't be it. Those fuckers, they're magical.
とんだまがいものだわ。
7つの大罪を語る分際でイミテーションの土産物風情だったわけです。まあ私は初めて見た時からいかがわしい土産物屋で売ってる文鎮に過ぎないとは思ってたわけですが。
文鎮その真実はもう七姉妹には突きつけた？
いいえ、まだです。あいつらまだ自分たちは1000年以上前に偉大なる魔術師によって生み出されたとか本気で信じてやがりますね。 早く完璧な証拠と真実を突きつけ、自分たちが原価30ドルにも満たない軍人風情であることを思い知らせてやりたいです。
Less than $30. Yo, no, that can't be it. I don't know, I just have to fucking go against everything. Even though they make kind of sense.
楽しみだわ。その際には、最高の紅茶と梅干しを持って鑑賞に来るわ。
Oh, you sadist. Beato's witch illusions had already been seen through, and it had been proven that every one of them was simply the result of a human fantasy. What kind of fantasies created them, and what was their basis? The illusions would be confronted with this perfect, proven truth. And at that time, they would disperse like smoke and be completely annihilated. This was called execution.
処刑は見せ物ではありません。原則非公開です。元老院議員であらせられる大ベルンカステル教による大法院が職務を適正に執行しているかの視察です。異端審問会風情が拒否する気ですか？
ええ、そうよ。ドラノールたちが職務を正規の手順で遂行するかどうか、私は元老院を代表して視察するだけよ。
ワルギリア、ロノン、ガープたちも現在拘束へ向けて準備中です。
Fuck, you're gonna take them as what? What are you gonna do with them?
シエスタ姉妹近衛隊が捜索に当たっています。無論その後にベアトリーチェに関わった3人についても拘束、処刑します。
Wow, okay. You're gonna kill your own people?
高い確率で犯行に用いた凶器がよりしろではないかと推定されます。ガートルード上級補佐官が専従チームを結成。全件を調査中です。シエスタ姉妹の処刑も楽しみです。一人ずつまとめて一度に。
茶葉の缶を中身全部ポットに入れるバカはいないわ。一さじずつゆっくり味わわなくちゃ。
まったくです。処刑は連日行いましょう。影たちに魔女たちに一人ずつ連日の処刑賞を必ずやお届けします。素
敵じゃない。何しろ随分の人数がいるからね。2週間くらいはたっぷり楽しめそうじゃない。誰から処刑するか、その順序を彼らに決めさせるとか。
Oh, that would be terrible, bitch.
処刑概念についても最高の提案をするように、古今東西のあらゆる処刑を毎日楽しみたいわ。
処刑は大法院規定の方法でと規則があります。お任せを我が主。必ずや魅力的な処刑賞を準備いたします。
最低でも四つ咲き刑くらいにはなさいよ。
無論です。ヨーロッパ各国からアジア各国まで、東西のあらゆる王国が採用した国王への反逆罪にのみ適用される各国最高の処刑を列挙してご覧に入れます。
I would imagine the most popular one or famous one or most common one is hanging.
私からも処刑方法を提案したいわ。それに悩むことは寝苦しい夜の最高の清涼剤だから。アイデアを練って今度手紙で送るわ。
かしこまりました我が主。ではベルンカステル式はその最後のフィナーレに。全ての幻想を打ち破り、ベアとの魔法体系を完全に打破した最後の最後にて、ベアトリーチェの処刑にて我が主の望まれる最高の処刑を。
ありがとうエリカ。あなたのおかげで私は病の辛さを当分の間忘れることができそうだわ。
The pain of my... What illness is she talking about? Oh wait, boredom?
あなた
Never
は
mind.
最高だわ。私の子も私の分身。
Oh, now she's talking so sweet.
可愛い娘。
Daughter? Now she's talking so sweet to her. Not that long ago, she was talking about how she's worthless, how she doesn't live up to her expectations. She's gonna be thrown the fuck away and forgotten. Making fun, even laughing at her.
もったいないお言葉です。若主。
エリカ、あなたに栄誉と褒美を与えるわ。ベアトの最大の象徴であるあの大広間の肖像画、あれを外して叩き割り、その薪にてケーキを焼いて食べなさい。そして残った額縁にあなたの肖像画を掲げることを許すわ。
Are you fucking with me? So this is how that happens. Wow, bitch.
ありがとうございます。
Is she about to come? Yo, why is this seat ripped up? It's not beautiful like bitch. Well, it's beautiful, but it's not beautiful in the like the background is why is this shit ripped up?
最高の栄誉です。
This is symbolism. I know it is.
ベアトリーチェの名前と痕跡のすべての抹殺、抹消。それがすべて終わるまでの間、あなたにこの閉じられた六軒島の主となることを命じるわ。奇跡の魔女、ベルンカステルの名において。
She loves invoking her fucking name, dude. All of them
あなたに
do.
魔女の位を与えることを宣言するわ。これよりあなたは真実の魔女エリカを名乗りなさい。
Truth?
真実の魔女。
Oh, I think she's gonna fucking lose her mind. She's gonna be so happy.
ありがとうございます。我が主。この栄誉に恥じない一層の働きを誓います。
Even though she was nothing more than a piece, she was being granted the honor of calling herself a witch like her master, if only for a brief stretch of time. This fucking song! Erica was so moved at having her hard work acknowledged in this greatest form that she trembled.
ドラノールは引き続きエリカを補佐し、その進捗を私に報告しなさい。
Okay, Delanor the fucking lackey.
ところで、ラムダはどこ？
Yeah, where'd she go?
あちらにおられます。
Oh, she's here? From the guest seating on the second floor, she pointed downwards. Lambda Delta could be seen beneath Battler, who hung there dead, run through by the red longsword. We gotta see this shit again?
後ろ宮バトラか。面白い男だったわ。そしてもっと面白くなれたかもしれないのに。残念ね。
I still don't believe this, man. So that's my boy. That is my boy, the battler we've always known.
見事な死に様じゃない。エリカ、このバトラの亡骸は屋敷の大広間に飾るといいわ。次に私がこのかけらに訪れるときは私をその前で迎えなさい。
かしこまりました。我が主。愚かなる男の姿を永遠に主の勝利の記念碑といたします。それは素敵ね。洒落てるわ。漆喰で塗り固めて美しい純白の石像にするといい。可愛らしくデコなんかもしてくれちゃったら最高ね。はい、ラムダデルタ卿、ご期待に添えるよう努力します。おめでとう、魔女就任。一時的なものであれ、私はあなたを友人として迎えるわ。
Wow, bitch. Everything went according. You know what? I'm not really that surprised because they're like the strongest beings that we know of. Erica was so overcome with emotion. Her name is the Witch of Certainty. Come the fuck on. Overcome with emotion that tears came to her eyes. Because no greater pleasure exists for a piece than having its efforts acknowledged by its master.
最後にはベアとも剥製にしてやりたいわ。
What? You gonna
そ
taxidermy
して
her?
大広間に高々と飾ってやるの。
白樺ご飯？
人間狩りの伯爵よ。
私魔女じゃなかった頃にあれを読んで、永遠の命を得た人間ってどうしてここまで残忍になれるんだろうって不思議に思ったことがあるわ。あの時の私は正直共感できなかった。
魔女になって1000年を生きてよくわかるわ。あれの筆者は本当の意味で私たちの残酷さをよく理解していたのよ。
次はどこへ行く？どうせ旅立ちはお互い背中を向けてでしょ？
あなたに退屈をしたくないからよ。
ありがとうベル。でも私はきっと100を数えたらまたあなたを探し始めるわよ。
退屈させない子ね。
Why do they like each other so
だから
much?
好きよ。愛してるわ。またどこかで会いましょう。もっとも100年先か1000年先か未来を再会しないかもわからないけれど。
大丈夫よ。愛し合う二人にかけらの海は狭いわ。
第三の男。
天井桟敷だってば。
あの星空のように輝く無数のかけらを一つ砕くたびに一晩は退屈の毒から解放されると分かったら、お前だって星の数を数えてみたくなる。
うまいうまい。
The witches known as Voyagers travel across the countless glittering futures of possibility and gobble them up, trying to escape their illness called boredom for as long as they can. The tiny, tiny fragments created by the human known as Beatrice had now been gobbled up by the two witches and had lost its glitter. The two who had earlier called themselves rivals in front of Beato now stopped that charade and laughed together playfully.
エリカ、新しきこのかけらの支配者、あなたが真実を紡ぎ、この世界の終焉までの物語を描きなさい。次は第6のゲームだっけ？
はい、第6のゲームです。
エピソード6はなんてタイトルにするかあなたに決めなさい。
Are they breaking the fourth
も
wall?
はやこの物語の紡ぎ手でありマスターであるのはあなたなのだから。
ありがとうございます。実はもう決めてあります。
あら、もうなの？なら聞かせてちょうだい。なんてタイトルなの？
はい、エピソード6。本当はじらしたいんですがお教えします。何よ、もったいぶらずに教えなさいよ。新米魔女のくせに先輩じらすとかってありえないわ。エピソード6、チェックメイト・オブ・ザ・ゴールデン・ウィッチ。
I like that English. Checkmate of the Golden Witch. Oh boy, okay, we just got one more fucking thing and this is over. But yo, dude, this is fucking crazy. So they so thoroughly invaded our game, pushed us to the sidelines, fucked us over, threw us away, and then killed both of us and then threw us away again. And you know what? We were so fucking excited coming into this episode too, because I remember my boy Battler was like, fuck you or something like that, right? He was gonna take charge again, only for us to die by the end of that same episode. This is some rough ass shit. I heard that episode 6 is like extremely good. I heard like it's like one of, if not the best episode. I mean, personally, I wouldn't, going by how, I just believe that episode 8 will always be, like the very final one would always be the best out of any When They Cries. I don't really know what else to say, so I'm just gonna end it right here.